Hey y'all, it's Zaynah Bear. So, last week I posted a Q&A for y'all so you could drop your questions, so now let's answer them. Our first question comes from Inkbrush. They asked, how are you so flexible? Have you been training since you were a child? Do you do any specific sport? So, the sport that I grew up with was ballet. I trained in ballet from elementary school up until I graduated high school. And then after that, I took a 9-year break from doing pretty much any physical activity. But I was able to retain a lot of my flexibility and strength from ballet, and that transferred into pole sport, which is what I do now. So that's how I'm so flexible. And our next question comes from McDan759. They asked, for the videos that include cartoon-like movements, how many tries does it take to nail them? Because you certainly do nail it every time. What? Thank you. For the videos that include the cartoon-like movements, it's very hard to quantify how many takes because I might refilm 50 times just for a 1.5 second clip. I have no idea how many takes to get all the clips together. Time-wise, on the long end, it could take up to 4 hours to recreate a 30-second clip. On the shorter end, maybe 1 to 2 hours. Our next question comes from Brian Purnell 6221. What's your favorite anime? Okay, so for some reason, a lot of people think I'm like a huge anime fan. I'm not. I've seen a few animes, but I'm not in the field like that. My favorite anime that I've seen would have to be Magical Witch Puni-chan. Basically, there's this princess that comes down from space to conquer everyone on Earth. High-key evil. The whole theme song is just her burning everything to the ground and dancing like tra-la-la-la-la. It's very girly and cute. It's hilarious. She's badass. Like, she's like, oh, it's not ladylike to fight, so I'll just break your legs and get it over with. Tee-hee. It's great. Check it out. Our next question comes from Dusty Johnson 3435. They asked, where did you learn to dance? I love your cartoon dances. You bring to life dances that weren't made with, bones and stuff in mind. So yeah, I learned to dance growing up taking ballet classes. Our next question comes from Pure Intentions Ariana Lynn. And this is a multi-question question. So, the first question is, what do you use to edit your videos? I use TikTok. I film in TikTok and there isn't usually any editing to do after it's filmed because, in TikTok, you just film in clips and then the video's done. But if I do need to edit like a side-by-side, then I do that in CapCut. What's your zodiac sign? I'm a Libra. Big Libra, best sign ever, except the men. The next question is, how long have you been doing YouTube video and what made you do them? Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily call myself a YouTuber since I mostly do shorts that are reposted from TikTok. I have been creating the TikToks for about 3 years now. What made me do them? I wound up having a very viral video and I got a lot of positive reception. So I wound up making a few more funny videos and I got a lot of positive feedback from that, and it kind of blew my mind because I always thought I was annoying. I don't know why. I didn't even talk to that many people to know whether I was annoying or not. But seeing people's reactions to just my genuine personality made me feel really good. And I was making people happy and making people laugh and brightening people's days, so it made me want to keep doing it. The next question in this bundle, how long did it take for you to edit your videos? Really, the length in the process is the filming. Because in TikTok, you film in clips, and then the clips are automatically put together once you're finished recording. So there isn't a lot of edit time after that because I don't usually have to do much after it's filmed rather than adding a caption. Unless I'm doing this side-by-side, then I might change a few little parts of the clip to make sure it lines up correctly. But that just takes a couple minutes. It's the filming that takes hours. And the last question in this bundle, any advice you can give for a new YouTube creator? Okay, so the algorithm on YouTube is funky. And if you look back at my videos and the time in between when they were posted, my very first videos had a long gap in between each other because I got discouraged. I wasn't getting the same traction on them as I was on any of the other platforms. On all the other platforms, I blew up pretty quickly. On YouTube, it took some time. So my advice to a new YouTube creator is don't give up. Just keep posting consistently because you might post a video a year ago And it might take an entire year for that video to start blowing up just randomly. So you might as well have a bunch of other content for people to see once you get that new crowd in. You never know when it will happen, so just don't get discouraged and keep being consistent, and your audience will find you in due time. Our next question comes from AOTA Official. They asked, what are your hobbies, favorite music, or inspiration for being an influencer? You know, what are your hobbies is the question that you get asked that makes you realize you don't have a life. Right now, my hobby is mainly just pole fitness. I'm a pole fitness instructor, so I just like learning new tricks because it takes a lot of strength and flexibility to be able to do pole sport. I just enjoy getting stronger as a hobby. That's my hobby. I just do random feats of strength. My favorite music is honestly whatever I feel like listening to that month. I might have a month of rock, a month of 80s pop. It really depends on my mood. My inspiration for being an influencer, what I said before, I just like making people smile, really. It really makes my day when someone's like, oh, I had such a terrible day today, but like this video gave me a reason to smile today. Like that makes me want to keep going. You know, it makes me feel like I'm doing something that actually matters rather than just doing silly little videos. Our next question, what's your favorite thing about content creating? I mean, like I just said, I just like making people smile and making people happy. It's very rewarding to be a source of joy, a beam of light, you know? And our next question comes from Yumiko J84. Why are you so pretty? Because I'll be using filters. On most of my TikTok videos, or most of my shorts, I'm using the light makeup filter so I don't have to put on any makeup. I don't have on that filter right now because I actually sat down and did my makeup, but yeah, on most of those videos, I'm just using a filter. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I'll be using filters. Next question, sweatgang_Lulu. Oh, they said no question, just wishing you more success in your journey and looking forward to watching it. # much blessings. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not great at taking compliments. I don't know what to say, but thank you. The next question is from ETA Zeta 674. How much of your life have you spent as Hercules? My whole life? I've been that. I've been her. What you mean? What you talking about? I've been here. Moving along. Our next question comes from Austina. What inspired you to be a YouTuber? Okay, we answered that already. We answered favorite hobbies already. What's your favorite movie? One movie that I can watch over and over again without getting tired of it is My Scene Masquerade Madness. It's so girly and fun, and I don't know, it's a great comfort movie. You should check it out. Do you have a favorite sport while growing up? The only sport I participated in growing up was ballet. I went to an art school, so I didn't have any sports to participate in. And I never really cared to watch them either. I grew up on, the arts. The next question is from LandPass4555. What was your favorite cartoon growing up? SpongeBob. Obviously. SpongeBob. Hands down. Half of my vocabulary comes from SpongeBob. Next question is from Alexis Williams, Inc. Classics. 1. What question do you wish people would ask you? Can I give you a small loan of $1 million? And number 2. What do you wish you would never be asked again? Do you have an OnlyFans? Don't ask me that shit again. I don't, and I never will. Get off of my nuts with that. God damn. Okay, our next question comes from Branix7417. Where did you start with your fitness journey? I started with taking ballet classes growing up. And they finished that question with, I think your shorts give a lot of people inspiration and motivation, but knowing where you began and some obstacles you had along the way would be the icing on the cake. Do your thing, Hercules. Yeah, so that 9-year gap that I just kind of stopped working out or moving, and although I probably still could have fit in some workouts here and there, I just didn't have the motivation. But the thing about working out is it genuinely does make you feel better. So on days that I'm that I still struggle with depression and I'm bed rotting and stuff, sometimes I just gotta muster up the strength to get out of bed and do something, you know? Okay, someone asked, what was your workout routine when first starting out? Okay, so I'll just say as like an adult, you know, after high school, getting back into working out as an adult, I started taking pole classes. And I really like pole classes because it's a fantastic full body workout because, you know, you have to hold up your whole weight. It's basically calisthenics, except it's less boring. We're not just sitting there doing push-ups and pull-ups and whatever people do in calisthenics. But you get to hang on and go wee, but you still have to like build the same muscles, you know? It's just more fun and girly and cute. Okay, I'm running out of time, so let me just answer one more question. Oh my god, I have 1 minute left. Okay. So SKBG144 said, how did you get into calisthenics? I am not into calisthenics. I'm just able to do a lot of the same things that calisthenics experts can do because I train in pole fitness and I'm a pole fitness instructor. Because it's similar to calisthenics in the fact that it's just a workout using your own body weight, I was able to build up the strength to do a lot of the same calisthenics tricks like a human flag. In pole dancing, we call that an iron X, or an elbow lever. That's just something I thought looked cool and I was strong enough to do it. So there's the hack. You don't have to get into calisthenics if you don't want to. You could just take a pole class and still be able to out calisthenics the masters. Bow. Okay, so I'm running out of storage. I will answer more questions if y'all want. Just let me know in the comments. Thank you for joining me for this Q&A. Bye!